2 weeks after the devastating earthquake hit the city of Ya'an, some of the area's roads are still closed. The road linking Lushan and Baoxing is only open to northbound traffic in the morning. Anybody wanting to go south from Baoxing to Lushan must do it in the afternoon. But that's already a big improvement from the way things were just after the quake. Our reporter Xu Fengliang, who spent more than a week in the quake zone, recalls some of that experience tonight, including a trip a week ago that she calls the longest of her life.
I first met Zhang Xiaoqiang and his co-workers 3 days after the earthquake. They work for the Sichuan Cable TV network, and they were in Baoxing County to distribute 100 solar-powered TV sets. At a stadium that had become a temporary home for thousands of people, Zhang and his group were helping set up the receivers to provide timely information about earthquake relief. One man told me he was grateful because TV was so important at such a critical time.
I came back to Baoxing right after the earthquake because my family was here. But the earthquake knocked out most utilities, so I haven't watched TV since then. Over the past 2 days, I finally realized how important TV can be, especially at this moment, because that's how we get to learn about the rescue work and the location of supplies.
And then I began the longest journey of my life. Police had given the TV team permission to drive the 30 kilometers from Lushan to Baoxing, and Zhang let ICS cameraman Xia Qi and me ride along. But we were not allowed to take the same road. Instead, we had to make a detour of more than 400 kilometers in order to reach Lushan again. Authorities insisted on that for safety reasons. They worried that the two-lane road could be easily blocked by landslides or mudslides, especially since Ya'an is known as a city of rain. But even the alternate route did not make for a completely safe and pleasant trip. We had to drive over 2 mountains on roads that looked like this. From time to time, we saw wrecked cars along the roadside. From time to time, rocks of all sizes fell off the mountains, and some of them hit our truck. Zhang Xiaoqiang didn't talk much during the ride. The altitude was making his high blood pressure worse. We drove almost all night as the trucks bounced along a road littered with fallen rocks.
Honestly, the drive is tough for us, but we don't have any other choices. Taking supplies like TVs, beds and tents to the quick hit area is urgent.
Our convoy finally got back to Lushan County after a trip that lasted 16 hours but seemed even longer. But Zhang's journey wasn't over. After fixing a broken headlight and loading up a second batch of supplies, his team was heading out to Baoxing again. That trip would take about an hour and then another 16 hours to return. Xu Fengliang, Shanghai Live.